everybody.
Hey, is that Mike I hear?
That is me. Is that Joey I hear?
Oh, it is a Joey indeed. I just hopped out of that kangaroo's pouch. Hello.
Hello.
It's been a minute.
Dude, it's been a hot minute. It's been a long minute. It's been just about a year minute. It's been a while.
Well, thankfully, maybe not thankfully, the world is in a state of crisis. So what's a better time to reconvene with friends over wonderful audio podcasts to warm your hearts. And then also really get the gears in your mind going.
The gears.
The gears, you know. Like for instance, how many of us have eaten ramen this week? Raise your hands.
Ooh, I'm raising my hand right now because maybe 30 seconds ago, had I just slurped down a bowl, that was me. Right here. Your
you
boy.
know, and they say that the rule to knowing if the ramen is good is if you slurp.
Oh, I did.
I personally, I'm a big ramen slurper, and I often get called out for it, and I'm told that I'm rude. And I don't care if it's my family, my girlfriend, if I'm at a restaurant, if someone says to me, "Why are you slurping?" or "Stop, that's rude," I say it would be rude for me not to slurp. This is what they do. That's what Goku does. Everyone slurps. They let you know that they like it.
I was trying to think back to Goku slurping down ramen, and I guess he does. Dude, no, I always just remember him eating a bowl of rice. Always a bowl of rice and meat. And
it's always
been a while
rice.
Since I've seen him eat noodles. And I always thought he just ate it and it was gone. But like, he probably does it so fast you don't even hear him slurp.
Whenever I see Goku eating rice, it's like I almost feel like I'm gonna get a stomach ache. You know when you like inhale food and you eat it too quickly, and you're actually taking in too much air.
Matter. You know, you eat too much rice, your body's like, hey, stop.
I feel like I'm gonna get hiccups or something watching him eat because he eats it so quickly. There's it's more air than rice. But then there's also this shirt. Right? Yeah, sticky rice hiccups.
That's weird.
They keep advertising this shirt on like Instagram and stuff where it's like a hero shirt and it shows like Deku from My Hero Academia, Goku, Naruto, and like all these people, and it just shows Goku in the center just like rice, and Naruto's got like ramen just
Yeah, if anything, Naruto is ramen, Goku is rice, and Luffy is meat.
I think he was eating that
on
the shirt. And then there's like two people that are just like on the side like, "What are you doing?"
That's our meat.
I'm a real hero and that's my meat.
That's my meat.
All Might said I could have it.
All meat.
You need to clench your butt cheeks and really dig into those ribs. But the ramen aside, and also whenever I think Dragon Ball Z, all I could think about is that first movie that had Beerus and them eating the octopus. Oh, it looks so good.
Did it? Yeah.
Those balls, octopus balls.
You know a show is good when the food looks good. But then again, the show can be so crazy and not make sense as long as the food looks good. Kind of like, what is that? Shokugeki no Soma, the cooking one where like the men and women both like go nuts over food.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, wow, sidetracked. Thinking about food here. This is our coronavirus quarantine episode of Worn Out Reviews. We're just kind of catching you guys up on what's been going on lately on the West Coast, the East Coast, just in general, and what we've been doing in our free time. Maybe we'll give you a couple ideas of things to do to keep you occupied.
Yeah, the day that we are recording this right now is April 8th, 2020, and we decided to get a recording in, and I'll try and upload it as soon as possible. Might even just do it all strictly audio with a couple of little things here and there. I don't have to get too crazy on Adobe Premiere, but I'm just going to do what I can and get it uploaded to you guys as fast as possible. So hopefully the time you're hearing it is April 9th, 2020, because I got all day to work on it. So if you're here, thank you.
We're busy yet not busy in this time. So it's actually been a good minute since I've spoken to my lovable bear here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like that I called you a bear. Cut that out.
That's fine.
Michael here. And so then I just was withholding a bunch of stuff because I'm like, all right, so we're going to talk about things. What shall we discuss? So first, I was just going to ask you straight up, sir, what's new?
Man, you're asking $1 million question. So what's new with me in the past, like, let's go 6 months? Not too much. A niece has had a birthday. I was like sick early in like Christmas time, and didn't get to go visit my my mother's side of the family for Christmas Eve because our immediate family was all sick, so it was rough. And I'm like, I feel fine, I'm gonna go there by myself. And they're like, no, I don't want you to go. So I decided to stay home, and it was like a semi-sad Christmas Eve, but it was a good Christmas day. And after that, January comes around. It's 2020 when the world just just decided to turn off, and everything just got worse by day.
When was that? Like the 16th
of January?
It was like the 16th or 18th of January where things just like out of nowhere,
just like, what just happened?
Life is really normal up until the point that they close down restaurants and gyms and all these, and I'm just like, oh, and what is this? 4 weeks in now? 3-4 weeks?
Yeah. When did it truly get like? When did it start? To be honest, like
I want to say it started probably, let's say like maybe anywhere between the 18th and the 22nd for me at least. I mean, I'm here on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey boy is on the East, and both are definitely getting hit pretty hard. I think you're actually in what they call the epicenter, and they say this week is going to be the craziest. But I feel like it's just going to extend,
At least to the end of the month. Because
they say, well, I mean, they've already done it twice. They give us projected dates, then we get kind of close to them, and they extended another 30 days. So, I mean, who's to say? I hope it ends soon because I miss the sun. It's like just strangely like always raining and cloudy and stuff here lately, which is absurd. I'm like, but why? Because that first week when everything kicked in and we all had to stay inside, it's just been downpouring. I'm like, what? This is just adding to it.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. For me on my end, I feel like it didn't really take off until mid-March for me, honestly. I worked every day as normal, and it was just like maybe a few days after my birthday was when it like went down all of a sudden. And
I take that back.
A steady
Definitely,
decline in sales at work, and all of a sudden people are just like kind of joking about it, as was I at first, because I'm like, it's not going to come here. If it is, whatever. It's just a flu. I'll be fine. But then I'm like, here I am. I have 2 parents in their like late 50s. I have 2 nieces that are under 5 years old, and my sister and myself, and I have 1 sister over by you, and I just have like no idea what's going on, and anything can happen. My dad and I are the only 2 that like really go out of the house because he works and I work, and he's outside but I'm inside selling food, and anybody can just be coming in coughing on stuff. Like weeks in after March, we've like finally barricaded the it's like a zombie apocalypse. Like we barricaded the building at the front of the store into like an L shape of tables, where I have just like food already bagged up with napkins, utensils, dressings, all of that, all good to go. And I'm just trying to like tell people, I'm like, please pay with a card over the phone so I don't have to touch your money. I don't have to touch your card that you've just like had in your like sweaty back pocket and stuff, and like no hand touching, nothing, and they all just
They
like,
walk in.
They all walk in
and call you.
Dude, twice I've had 2 people push the table to come order food, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Quarantine?" And he's like,
Yeah.
Oh, can I move this? Like as he's pushing it, and I'm like, "Can you stop?"
You sit there and you have like a bell. You ring the bell.
Yeah.
You say, Sir, please sit down in a seat near the wall. Call me." But I'm right here. Yeah, call me
right here.
and give me your information over the phone. But I'm right here. Yes, call me. I'm not touching your your items, sir. And I will pass you the food. So, no, I think you're definitely right. Because I think I jumped the gun and said January. I think it was March because it was like 2 weeks extended into a month.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, it might have started there, but that's when it really started to actually like hit off, you know?
Yes, the self-quarantining and stuff.
Right.
Would you say so? You're considered like a necessary worker then? Because it's
Apparently
like food
so.
related?
I mean,
Okay.
we're next to, our store is directly next to a Chinese restaurant and a Subway restaurant, which both are closed.
Ooh.
The Chinese store closed quick just because of things like how my town is. And Subway just noticed a decline in sales and just said, "Why be here? We're just going to close." They went from having like a full day to being open like 5 hours to being open for 3 hours to just closed. And our store is usually a 10 or 11 hour day, and now we're down to like 9 hours, which isn't bad. But
Yeah.
you sit there for 5 hours with no sales, and then all of a sudden there's maybe a dinner rush, and that's it. And it's nuts.
So you guys, so right now, I mean, I personally, I'm not working. My jobs are closed, but like there's like a whole union thing, so I'm like okay for now. But a lot of businesses that are food related, I mean, if they're making a lot of money off of deliveries, which is nice. So I mean, that's at least good for the people that are delivering. You know.
Yeah, it's convenient. It's definitely helpful. You know, as long as we're clean on our end and they're clean on their end, it's seamless. Like it works.
Yeah, it works. It's definitely strange having so much downtime. I almost feel guilty being able to just like I'm binging The Sopranos right now.
Right. I finished watching
I'm binging
Supernatural,
that.
and I'm like, now what do I do with my life?
That's a feat. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
You
know what?
I have to finish the last season, which is out right now, but on Netflix, 14 seasons done.
Okay, so then, I mean, this is good because we are worn out reviews. Now we'll be able to review a great deal, many things, like everything at this point.
Yeah.
Name it. We've probably watched it over this quarantine. That leads me to the question, so what have you been doing to fill in your time in the month that is basically, it's 420 all month at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be 420 for the rest of the year. Now again, going back to it because this is my first like big break of work. I'm usually working 5 days a week, and now I'm down to like 1 to 3. And currently this week I have
That's being generous.
Yeah, like currently I have just one day of work, and then I'm off for 6. And I'm like, oh boy, what do I do with my time? So because being Oaklore Gaming, having a YouTube channel, and I have a Twitch, and I have this, I'm hoping I can fill up some of that free time that I have where I'm not playing Clone Hero or something, or reading manga, or watching TV shows and eating delicious food. I can be on Twitch, and I was playing some Darksiders 3 the other day. I played that for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Very fun.
That one's okay.
Yeah. I was kind of giving
Not
it
as
some
good as-
shit at first, but it's good. 2 is a lot better. But even
2
2
is
was a little
really
difficult.
good.
Yeah.
One still holds like a really good spot in my heart.
1 was.
3 was a sleeper. That I saw like a screenshot and I'm like, oh, Darksiders 3 is out and it's free.
Yeah,
I got
saw
it for a
that,
free
and
game of the month.
I'm like, hold on a second, downloading it, and I have a bunch of other like free games to play. Like I've never played the BioShock series aside from Infinite.
Dude.
Aside from
Oh my God.
and Infinite, I hear is like it's nothing compared to the first 2. Still fun, but nothing compared to the first 2. Which I'm willing to do that.
I got those. And I've played the first two way back when they first came out. Great games, phenomenal. I didn't replay them too much because they're pretty gritty games. I'm thinking about doing it now, but I just started today. I never played Infinite, so I started Infinite because I really wanted to see like the voice acting with Troy Baker, and just like I hear it has a great story. Right. And so far I'm loving like the mechanic, pretty, the visual. Yeah. It's almost, I mean, it's cool because it goes in and out of very cinematic. You're almost just walking through a movie, and with like this like nice like cutesy girl that has some power. And then you're like it's like mayhem, like nonstop mayhem for like a while, and then back into it.
Did you meet the big robots yet?
Not yet. I just did the part where you the beach. I'm still early on. I just got the girl. We just saw that raven or crow thing, and we were at that. Yeah, so we're on our way to the airship to take us to Paris right now.
Good.
But visually, the game is great. I love the concept. Gameplay is cool. And I have the DLC because, it came with everything. So I just have a shit ton of stuff. Yeah, no, there's DLC, which I haven't done yet. But you get, like, upgrades to guns and things like that. It just makes the game fun, you know? So, that's what I'm doing right now in my free time. I'm playing that, and me and my girlfriend were playing Diablo 3 with all the DLC. So we're like level 90 freaking what are they? It's like Paragon. So nice. Level 60 or 70 is the cap, and then you have like a level 90 or whatever for Paragon and like all these other modes. So that game gives you a lot too. And then Skyrim is $15 right now.
Always.
I said, screw it. So I'm going to play through it this time as something I've never done, which is I usually go like assassin, dagger, sword, whatever, and a little magic. Now I'm just full on like a summoner. I am a necromancer.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a really cool, refreshing gameplay style, and I never played all the DLC. It comes with all the DLC. It's $15.
I love magic in that game.
It's really good. I summon up a Dremora Lord, and he's like, I will kill you. No match. And I'm just like, all right, there you go. And I'm like, lightning cloak, and I'm like, lightning bolt. Someone runs at me. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to have a field day in the woods, turn into a werewolf. I'm like, one day I'll be a werebear, you know? So, yeah.
Nice.
I personally, I'm very passionate about my video games right now.
With the time you have, yeah, might as well.
Well, thankfully that's like not all I do. I keep like a little planner, and I try to schedule out my days so that they're structured. So I'm actually, I feel like I'm pretty busy, trying to work out at home, voiceover stuff here, like do auditions, audiobooks, and things like that, and a lot of free webinars. If you guys aren't looking around, start looking. There's like free webinars and masterclasses and things like that, or they're like under $10 a lot of the time. So now is a great time to like learn new shit.
Anything cool?
I have 3 set up. I have a voiceover one, a mocap one. My girlfriend just had a deep breathing exercise one today. I have one about voiceover casting and things like that, just like because that's the stuff that interests me.
Right.
But literally, you see stuff for everything. They have online gym classes and anything you could think of. You just got to go and look on the right things, and they have all these free or very, very cheap offers. And they range from like 15 minutes to like an hour or 90 minutes. So it's definitely worth it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good time, and you're able to like build out a structure for your month at that point.
That's not bad.
Yeah, yes, son. Since we're all broke right now.
Well, I'm not doing too much of like schooling or anything, but I'm also streaming with James and Mike and Chris.
Yes, I streamed with Chris recently. That was a lot of fun.
James and I have played some Left 4 Dead 2. We've been doing some Terraria, just like a casual stream. He started playing Star Wars finally, Fallen Order.
Great game,
beautiful game, and I'm just excited to watch him play. Especially for the crazy stuff that happens later on and whatnot. And I just want to see all that go down.
Are we doing spoilers?
Huh?
Are we doing spoilers in this podcast for that game?
Nah, but
all right, then let me just say this.
You know what goes on. I know what goes on, and I'm excited to see his reactions to it and stuff. So.
All I'm gonna say is the dude at the end, and you know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He is like intimidating as shit.
Yeah.
In that game. Like, he is in general, but the movements in that game, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That was
when Cal's legs just become butter and he just has to like yeet himself out of there.
Oh my! I was scared as shit. I was like, "There's."
As he's running.
I was playing. I played the game. I did the first half on the not the hardest difficulty, but the one right under that.
Yeah, and then that's what James is playing on.
Well, and then after I beat the Ninth Sister, which is the halfway mark of the game, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put it on the hardest difficulty and beat it from there, and
nice.
It was a lot of fun. At that point, I feel it's good to put it on the hardest difficulty because you have more skills. So the combat is much more fluent. When you first start, it's very blocky.
Is the Ninth Sister the one that you fight on like the big bird nest or
Kashyyyk.
something like that?
Yeah, she's got the double lightsaber and Kashyyyk.
I hated her.
Oh, that was my favorite boss fight because
I played it with Shannon, so it was very annoying. Like his style of playing versus mine, and we would go back and forth on it just to see who would beat the boss. It was so funny.
It was so good, dude. Like when she was fighting me with the one side lightsaber,
mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, and then I beat her on my first fight with her, and it was amazing because I whipped out my double-sided lightsaber, poof, and at the same time she did. I'm like, holy shit. And every time we would switch, it'd go back and forth. And I beat her with I was a one hit to die. And I beat her with just the smallest sliver of health. And I'm like, holy shit. Oh, my God. A lot of those boss fights were hard, very hard.
Yeah, I watched James get annihilated by the first frog boss. It was so funny. I look away for a second, and all of a sudden I see, oh, what is this? I'm dead.
I wouldn't let myself leave until I beat that thing.
It took him like 2 tries.
So I beat it. I think the most irritating boss, other than the last boss, had to be the bat boss.
Oh, I don't know that one.
The one it's on Dathomir.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh yeah, it's a creature boss.
Okay.
And that was probably the hardest one I fought. Second hardest after that was, like a Jedi dude. I won't say because I don't want to ruin the game for anybody. I'm just giving like very bland like
the one in
details.
the black robes.
Oh yeah, that was granted. When I did beat him, it was an epic fight. I feel like that game, you have to die and learn what to dodge, because the dodging, if you're used to Dark Souls, the dodging is different than Dark Souls, and it just takes a minute to get used to that.
Yeah, just like Darksiders, honestly.
Yeah, Darksiders. I feel like when I dodge in Darksiders,
they have to hit me for me to counter. Like,
I feel like there's no weight, so it's hard for me to decipher. With Dark Souls, you could feel the weight of your dodging and your roll. You know what I mean? Whereas Darksiders, it's like, okay, I'm just dodging, like, and you like kind of glide. I need that sense of weight to ground me so I could time it right.
Yeah. Darksiders handles it in a way with just like glistening attacks and whatnot. If it's like a white sheen going off the blade, like it's just a normal dodge.
Yeah.
If it's like a dark blue or red, like it's going to be unblockable and you got to get out of there. Like, you know, Star Wars did it and a couple other games here and there, but you know, Spider-Man, but Spider-Man and Batman, you have like the indicator to counter easily and just fly.
Yeah, same
on
with
everybody.
Shadow of Mordor. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that game, I could just sit there slaughtering orcs.
I love that game.
Very
I
rewarding.
never finished War.
I wanna get Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War and make my girlfriend play through them.
Hell
Such
yeah.
good games, and you know we got all the Hobbit. We got the Hobbit book, and like all the Lord of the Rings. Gonna pick up the Silmarillion to close that little hole in my heart. But we watched all the Hobbits, all of the Lord of the Rings. I think we're doing a Marvel marathon coming up soon.
Very nice.
But like I said, right now we're just kind of like binge watching The Sopranos. So I'm sitting over here and I'm like, I'm making fucking spaghetti and fucking explaining meatballs and shit to this woman. And she's like, I love this. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm sitting there. I got this little Italian vest that I wear with my wife beater sometimes when I cook or I record. And I was standing there one day with like a wood ladle and a bowl of spaghetti, and she's like, "What the fuck is happening right now?"
It's time.
His sister sends me a message. She's like, "I need you to vote for my bunny in this animal competition."
Yeah.
So I get those every once in a while. I think this might be like the second or third one where she's like, "Can you vote for Norman, the bunny?"
Norman.
I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
You know, she has a second one now, right?
Yeah. He's gonna. Is it a girl?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I hope they're spaded.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank God.
So, my girlfriend has a cat, and you know we've grown close, especially over this quarantine. And we have this thing now. I got her. She doesn't like treats or anything. Very picky cat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She just eats her dry food. And one day she started eating the food on my plate. I'm like, why? And it's covered in Parmesan. I find out later that this cat loves Parmesan. Cat, like, gets in my face and meows at the end of the night for me to sprinkle Parmesan on her dinner. almost routinely, and she will not stop until I give her the Parmesan. It's the craziest thing.
That's interesting. I don't know much
Yeah.
about cats liking cheese.
She likes powdered cheese.
Wow.
She's a fat cat. So yeah. So when was the last time you went outside and saw the sun?
Yesterday.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yesterday there I was playing a game, and then I'm called out to move some stuff out of my shed with my dad. He wants to start getting he wants to start building the shed finally. So we went into the garage and took out all this pre-cut wood that he bought somewhere like 10 years ago at least. And he's just never built the shed all these years. It's just been in the garage, like stacked up. So we finally, I just helped him lay it all out. He's like, "Oh, you didn't have to." I'm like, I thought somebody yelled at me to help you do it, so I did it. So went out and helped him lay it all out. And he's like, "All right, I'm good now." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna go disappear back upstairs." He's like, "Well, you can help me put everything back in the garage." I'm like, "Okay." So it was just going out doing that, but I haven't really driven anywhere or gone anywhere, unless I'm going for
food store, maybe
like a food run or a supply run with a friend. But
yeah,
my mom doesn't really want me doing that, so
I know it's weird. It's very strange going to the food store.
I only have one packet of ramen left, so I don't know how to feel.
We're pretty stocked up. I keep saying let's just use everything that we have, but we're like, we need a couple things here and there.
Yeah.
What's it called? What was I gonna say? Oh, oh. In terms of going outside, at first, before it was more serious, we would just, we'd go on some walks in the morning, just like to wake up, because we don't got anything better to do. And you just see armies of old people and children, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, right.
Where is their adult? And some of them just stand in the middle of the road, I swear, and they say, "Let them come."
There it is.
I swear, there's like an old man that did that, and that's all I could think. I'm like, he didn't give a shit. That man stood in the road. He said, "Armies of children and elderly people. I'm fine. He's fine. I don't know. It's crazy. And then I kept having to go to the post office. I'm like, of all the places to go, but it was like an important form, and they sent it back for me to just send it out again because it's like the envelope was too thick. And I'm like, but you just tested it, and you said that it's not too thick. They're like, well, maybe someone said it was too thick. I'm like, so what do I do? They're like, we're going to have you pay for this envelope. That way, if it is too thick, it's okay. And I'm like, okay, great. And then everyone's anal about their pens. I'm like, they're giving me like these paper pens. I totally get it. I understand. But I have to wait in like a line for 10, 12 minutes or more just to get a pen.
What the hell's a paper pen?
Beats me.
It's like a paper like straw, but
we have paper straws. They're good.
We do too,
well,
and they're
actually,
terrible.
I personally hate paper straws. They
feel
don't
like
last for more than 5 minutes.
I feel like I have like a lollipop stick stuck in my mouth.
I feel like they change the flavor of whatever I'm drinking.
Oh, they definitely do.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Just give me a metal straw.
Metal straw, yes. I have
just
metal
like,
straws.
Like highly disinfect them every night at a restaurant or something. Just like steam them. Like dip them in whatever to clean them. Just make sure they're clean.
Dip them.
Yeah, otherwise go back to plastic and just throw out your plastic straws.
Well, they do it for the environment, sir. You wouldn't understand that because you're not.
Because you're an Easterner.
Western man. Yeah.
Wow.
Basically.
Because you're American.
Because you're American, you don't understand. We care about our environment.
Right, I forgot the state of California is not part of America.
You need to ask for a straw. We don't give you paper straws. You need to ask us for it. And it is covered in wax. Dipped, even. You want to enjoy your beverage? Sip it.
Yeah, just give me a clean cup and I'll fucking sip my drink. Just give me a sippy cup lid.
Sip it. It makes me think of when I used to like put the straw casings in people's straws, and but like now it does it on its own. So I'm like, okay.
Remember when you were a kid and you had sippy cups?
I still got I got a 64 ounce hydro flask.
I'm not
here
talking
with
like
sippy
an adult version of sippy cup where you drink just water out of it. I'm talking like a
they're
little
all
sippy
the
cup
same.
as a kid that had juice in it or some shit. Or milk.
You could put juice in this. You could
milk
put
in a
almond
sippy
milk.
cup. Nah, juice.
If someone handed me a hydro flask of almond milk, I'd ask if it was chocolate almond milk. And if it was, then I would drink it happily.
I like the vanilla.
No. I specifically like
reduced sugar vanilla.
Nope. Chocolate protein almond milk. It's thick
it's
enough.
Good. I'm not
that
saying
it tastes
it's
good.
bad. I've had it at your house. It's delicious, but like
right
with cereal, it still has to be white milk. I don't know. It's weird.
No, I've been eating wheat thins with my chocolate protein almond milk,
What?
and it is
Like mixed,
wonderful.
or separate. Like,
What
are
do
you
you
like
mean?
biting a wheat thin and then drinking milk, or are you eating like wheat thins in a bowl
No.
of
It's a bowl. It's a bowl of it.
wheat thins?
Yeah. They. Oh, sorry, not wheat thins. Mini wheats.
Jesus, idiot.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Yeah.
First thing
Mini
I do in the
wheats.
morning is I wake up and I make a big bowl of Triscuits, and then I just pour that blueberry milk right in there.
She said a Triscuit, a biscuit, a Triscuit.
Fucking
He
wheat
said a
thins.
biscuit, a Triscuit. Ice cream, soda pop, vanilla on the. I'm gonna stop now.
Frosted mini wheats. Yeah. There
Well,
you
no,
go.
I don't-
But they're
I don't-
just-
I don't
but they're
get the
just- they're just
frosted
wheats.
ones.
They're just the wheats.
I just get the wheats.
Are they mini
they
wheats or
absorb.
are they like average wheats? Like what kind of wheat is it?
They're not the mega wheats. They're not
Mega
super small.
wheat.
They're average size wheats. You know.
Mega-sized
you do
wheat
a
thins
cup-
are just one big wheat, and it's just in a bowl. You just let it melt like oatmeal or some shit.
It's one giant.
Just
Like you
one
open
wheat.
up the box and you look and you're it's the one wheat.
It's a wheat thick.
It's like those giant Rice Krispies.
Yeah, the big trays.
Yeah.
A friend of mine stole one of
Oh,
those
boy.
once. I don't know how, but he did. Under his
Oh,
shirt
man.
and walked out, and I was impressed. And I said, "Yo, give me a piece."
Yo, give me some of
I
that.
didn't even say,
Give me a
"How
piece
did
of
you
that
do it?"
action.
I just said, "Damn, give me a piece."
Give me a piece of that action.
I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, I'm a fan of those. I'm a fan of the giant Reese's peanut butter cups. Lately, I've been making my own snacks, and
Really?
it's so delicious.
Like,
yeah, you roll up.
Trail mix?
Sorta. I get like a granola. So I got this really good granola that I like.
Mhm.
I get some chocolate. I get we got dark chocolate. You do like a tablespoon or two of peanut butter. Same with some honey, maybe a little flax seed or whatever, and you roll it all up into these balls, kind of like the Oreo balls, like the cheesecake balls that your mom makes.
Truffles, yeah.
Yeah. You do that. You put it in the fridge. You roll them up. You put them back in the fridge. They're really good.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm a fan.
nice.
Yeah. And it's like you don't have to use a lot either. And you get to roll it around in your hands. It's like Play-Doh, so it's also playtime.
That's fun, yeah.
So I'm a fan. But yeah, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're coming toward the
About the
The
40-minute
end.
mark, right? Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
Just
So
about.
we're coming to the end here. Is there anything that you'd like to let the people at home listening know? Maybe because, we're going to try and get this out to you guys as quick as possible. Depending on when you're listening to it, we may be out of this. We may still be in it. But
We're
hopefully
probably
we've
still
given
gonna
you
be
some
in it
good
by
ideas.
the time this is up.
Yeah, probably.
This is gonna be pretty
probably.
fresh.
Hopefully we gave you guys a couple good ideas to bide the time
Bide the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
to do in this self quarantine. But Mike, is there anything you want to leave us off with?
I just want to let people know that, stay home and just stay safe. Wash your hands a lot. Try not to touch your face as much. It's all the usual things right now. And if you're gonna go out for food, might as well just get it delivered, or just go late at night when people aren't really out shopping, or go early in the morning, and just get it all, or even get it delivered and stuff. Even if it takes some days, just make sure you get enough to make it last.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. Shower. Keep yourself, clean. Brush your teeth and
Yeah.
comb your hair, and even if you
Be
can't,
mindful.
Yeah,
Be mindful of everyone
everything.
else around you.
Even
be
if you
mindful.
have to quarantine yourself from your family,
Yeah.
that's just what it has to be. It just has to be right now, and you could still
Respect
you could
yourself,
still text your
respect
mom
other
from
people.
the room away from you, like
Yeah.
I did the other
And
day. It was nice.
just be aware. Just be
Yeah.
aware of that, sanitizing personal space, all that stuff in this time. Then when things are back to normal, maybe we'll come out of it a little bit more respectful, or you could go right back to it, peeing on the floor and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
if you're gonna go out and go for a walk and whatnot, don't go too far. Just stay close, on the block. Or if you have a backyard or a big front yard, something like that, just hang out there instead. You want to hang out with friends, have a friend come over, but just stay the 6 feet from each other, or if you really want to be cautious or risky, whatever, be a little closer, whatever, play a game outside together or something. But
don't be afraid to
just don't sweat on each other.
Yeah, don't sweat on each other. If you're finally sitting next to that girl or guy or whoever that you really like, and don't go in for that kiss. Just make love with your eyes. They'll get it.
Yeah.
We are hopefully going to be bringing you guys some new content and stuff.
Yeah.
During this time, because why not? This is the perfect time for it. If you have any suggestions, let us know. Because bunch of stuff out. Parasite's out now, so I'm watching that tonight. I mean,
Parasite,
I don't know about you.
The show or movie?
The movie, I never actually got to see it, so
Parasite.
I'm gonna go and do that. And but yeah, we're gonna be churning out some fun stuff for you guys.
Okay. I might watch Blade Runner and then I'll just talk about it next because
the
original? They have the final cut of the original version on Netflix, and I just hear that's the best one to watch.
It's so good, dude. Yes.
It's Ridley Scott's version and how they wanted to film it and all the unedited stuff, and
version.
It just seems very interesting, and I love that kind of genre. I'm heavily into all the retro synthy electric 80s and future cyberpunky things right now, so I'm all for it. So I'll have to watch that at some point, but
yeah,
we'll get to it. We'll definitely will.
Yes, it will be beautiful.